All right, let's get started. Today, Mikey and I decided to do something really interesting. Today, we'll be watching what the mobs are doing. We'll leave the village and spy on them.
That sounds really incredibly cool. We'll be able to see the mobs' lives from a different perspective. We'll definitely find out all their secrets and what they're up to. But to do that, we'll have to pretend that we're leaving the village.
Yes, we'll take our stuff with us and go on a trip, but all of this is necessary for us to go and watch the mobs.
In any case, we'll be monitoring the village, and when we need to, we'll be able to come back. But our goal for today is just to watch.
I think it'll turn out really well, and everyone will be happy with it. In any case, we have to see this through to the very end and resolve this matter as quickly as possible. As soon as we've gotten far enough away from the village, we'll put on our secret surveillance suits. These are huge bushes.
In these bushes, no one will suspect us for sure, and we will be able to watch everything that happens in the village and with the mobs. They will definitely not know from us.
It seems to me that this will be really fun, and we will be able to learn a lot about the monsters. This will definitely help us in the future.
It seems to me that these monsters will really try to attack the village, but if I'm wrong, then I will definitely be happy about it.
Most likely, they will just be doing their own thing. You don't need to think that they just want to attack our village. This is absolutely not true. I think that each of the mobs has their own hobbies and activities. That's why we will have to keep an eye on them all today.
Okay, JJ, we found a place where we will definitely not be noticed. So let's put on this suit as quickly as possible and hide.
Friends, just look at these suits. Tell me that no one could find us.
Now we need to choose the mob we will be watching first. There are several. There is an enderman mob, a zombie, a villager, and a creeper. Who will we watch?
I think we should spy on the enderman now. It is the closest, and I think it will be really fun and interesting to watch.
JJ, we found the enderman, and it is really looking for something. Most likely someplace, but why would it do that?
It seems to me that he himself wants to find a place convenient for himself. Therefore, there is no need to distract him once again. Just stay as close to him as possible.
I understand perfectly well that we should not scare him off. Our task is to simply watch and see what he will do. This is much more interesting. In any case, we will be able to bring the matter to the very end and solve all the problems. We just want to watch the enderman now and understand what he wants to do.
We need to get closer to see everything. While we are in this camouflage, he definitely won't understand that it is us. What is it that he decided to do that is so interesting?
He is leveling the ground and preparing for construction. But what is he going to build here? I always thought that endermen can only steal and take one block with them. But this one is much smarter, and he has already decided to build something here.
Let's get a little closer and try to see what he's building. If it's really something really cool, I'll be really surprised.
The most important thing is not to scare him, because if he sees us ahead of time, he can run away from here. We definitely don't need that, and get as close as possible.
Friends, I can't believe it. The enderman has been building a pool all this time. Apparently, he will swim in it.
This really sounds logical. It has become very hot lately, so a pool is the best solution. I think he likes swimming.
As you can see, friends, it's really interesting to follow the mobs because they can open up from completely different sides. We would never have known about this.
It's really amazing. I wonder what the rest of the mobs will do, because our list is really long. We need to follow them all.
The most important thing is not to interfere or distract them, because this is their hobby and we need to leave them alone with it. We're just watching from the sidelines.
But to tell you the truth, JJ, I wouldn't mind swimming now either. But it really won't be very pretty, and we'll scare the enderman.
That's why we'll just watch him make a ramp and jump into the water. There's nothing special about it. I'm even glad he's building all this.
I'm even glad that we were able to find out the enderman's secret. He really hid it for so long, but now we know his love for pools.
The more we watch the mobs, the more we'll learn about them. This is a really interesting experience, and we need to get out of here as soon as possible. We've seen what we wanted, and now we need to find the next one to watch. Mikey, do you have any ideas?
I think I'd like to watch the villager. He might really be hiding something.
The enderman is really having fun, and we don't need to distract him or interfere with him. We need to do our own thing and do everything we can to win.
The faster we do all this, the better. better. I want to see this through to the very end and resolve this as quickly as possible.
It seems to me that there is nothing difficult about it. The most important thing is to just keep an eye on all the other mobs. They will definitely show us something interesting. I also agree that we should continue to watch the villager. Most likely, he will show us something very interesting, and we will need to see it.
I think that he also has his own interesting secret. In any case, we are just watching all this. We will not interfere with anyone or anything. JJ, just look at our house. The villager is doing something there. Most likely, he came to talk to us, but we are no longer home.
Mikey and JJ are apparently not home? They don't answer me. I had very important information for them, but that means it's not important. Since they left the house open, I can go and take some diamonds from them. They won't notice such a loss anyway.
Mikey, did you hear that? He really came into our house and wants to steal diamonds. I never thought a villager would do such a thing.
Let's see as quickly as possible. We decided not to interfere with all this. In any case, we just have to keep an eye on him now.
Friends, this really turned out to be very interesting. As soon as we left, the villager immediately came into our house and started searching it. Most likely, the villager decided to steal our diamonds while we were gone. I can't even believe it, but this is really what he is doing.
If I agreed with the enderman's hobby, then here I am just incredibly angry. He really stole our diamonds from the chest, and he's happy about it. Of course, we can't get involved in this process, but I really want to crawl out of the bush and beat up the villager and send him to jail.
That's why, Mikey, you need to hold on. You don't need to fight with anyone and try to prove something. Now we just need to continue following our plan and, of course, win this battle. The faster we do all this, the better. I want to bring this to the very end as quickly as possible and, of course, win. It will be really cool.
Golem, I need your help. Mikey and JJ have left the village temporarily. I'll pay you diamonds, but you must destroy their house. The faster you do this, the more diamonds I'll give you. No one should know that it was me. Do you understand me? If so, then begin.
So this is how the villagers treat us. They don't like us very much, stealing our diamonds and making golems destroy houses. It's just awful.
We'll definitely solve all this when we get home. We'll conduct our own investigation and punish everyone who had access to anything. So don't be so afraid. It's just a house. We're here to see what kind of things the mobs are doing. As we can see, each of them is completely different.
Yes, it seems the golem will also agree to destroy our house. There is nothing to be done about it. After all, it works on the orders of the villagers.
In any case, I did not expect such a terrible thing from the villagers. They really took advantage of the situation and took all the diamonds we had. Well, and of course they ordered the destruction of the house to hurt us more. In any case, we will punish them all for this one day. But for now, we are just watching.
You have no idea how angry I am now. I thought that the villagers were our good friends, but they behave worse than some mobs. We still need to see what else the creeper and zombie will do. It seems to me that they will be preparing an attack on the village. What do you think?
Oh, the golem, in addition to just destruction, really put TNT in our house. He wants to blow everything up here. This is really dangerous and critical for our house. It seems to me that ordinary monsters will behave much better than our friends in the village. They really are laughing at us. Most likely, they will say that it was the creeper who blew everything up.
I am very disappointed in those with whom we live. They not only robbed us, but destroyed and blew up our house. Therefore, there is no forgiveness for them. Well, let's go to the creeper after this and see what he will be doing. If he does something bad, then we will be able to somehow justify the villagers.
I definitely don't want to justify them, because that will definitely be unnecessary. We must see it through to the end and continue to just watch and have fun. Then we'll decide everything.
Okay, then we're off to follow the creeper. This mob definitely has something interesting. I think it'll have an interesting secret.
The most important thing is that it doesn't find us and doesn't get scared, because it can explode from fear at any moment. It's a really dangerous mob.
We'll be further away from him, but we'll still see what he's doing. He seems to have TNT. What is he gonna do with it, and why does he need so much? Will he attack the village or not?
We'll find out now. I don't think he'll attack the village, because he's running away from it in the other direction. Everything should be really good. But if this is some kind of cunning plan, we still promise not to interfere. Our job now is just to watch the mobs. Then we'll solve the problems.
Oh, good. I think this is a really funny observation, because we've never done anything like this, but now we have to try.
Mikey is probably a creeper who's also digging something, but I think he's going to make himself a house.
Look, that sounds really true, but he's going to make himself a house out of TNT? That might be too dangerous for him and us.
In any case, it's better to just stay away. But you see, it's strange that dangerous mobs don't want to destroy or attack anything. They're just trying to live. When our own villagers are trying to destroy our house, to take our diamonds, we are also protecting them from these monsters. This is really weird.
This is all their gratitude. This is really terrible, and we can't do anything about it. This is really funny. I think we shouldn't help the villagers anymore. We'd rather be friends with these mobs than with them.
These are much kinder and calmer. We at least expect them to attack out of nowhere. But in any case, the villagers treated us badly.
So we need to resolve this as quickly as possible and see it through to the very end. We need to win and see how it all ends. Maybe the creeper will blow up this house? Who knows? What if he doesn't plan on living here and just makes a huge explosion?
I don't think you would build a house to destroy it. The creeper is probably more used to a house made of TNT than other blocks.
Or because those are the only blocks he can use. Anyway, it's his life, and we certainly don't need to teach him. I like that different mobs have different lives, and each of them is different. It really shows how different we are.
We should try to understand the monsters and help them adapt. What if they want to live peacefully with us too? Anything is possible.
This surveillance really helped us realize that we are not so different. The enderman built a pool, the creeper built himself a house. That's all we would do with you.
Mikey is absolutely right. We are not that different from each other. Anyway, I think that one day we will be able to be friends with the monsters and think that they are our friends.
I really like his house. It does look simple, but I don't think he would want a castle or anything like that. In any case, the creeper shows himself to be a better mob. He just built a house to live in. We can't destroy it.
I completely agree. We can only destroy mobs that want to fight, so we'll have to choose who to attack and who to let go of altogether. Mikey has all the furniture inside his house made of TNT. It really looks really cool in my opinion. It's a really interesting house.
The worst thing is that it's a very dangerous house. What if something explodes? Then there'll be a big hole that'll have to be patched up.
In any case, we're not the ones who'll be living in this house. Let the creeper do whatever he wants. We'll just see things through to the end and keep an eye on the mobs.
I agree with you on that. The offer to go watch the mobs' lives was really the coolest decision. I haven't felt so many emotions in a long time.
Mikey and I just thought that nothing interesting could happen, but we didn't even suspect that each mob has its own desires and a part of life that is not shown.
Creeper has finally finished building a house, and he looks happy. So I think there is no point in continuing to follow him. Our next and final target is, of course, the zombie. I wonder what he will do in his time and what we will be able to see.
It also seems to me that he will do exclusively his own business. He will definitely not try to attack the village and the villagers. He will not need it. Well, or I am wrong and everything will really be much worse and he will try to destroy them all. That is why we decided to watch the last zombie mob.
Let's go to him and see what he will do. It seems to me that this will be something very funny that we will be able to watch. Today was an eventful day. Look, JJ, the zombie really came to the abandoned house. He's probably gonna do something here. Let's see what exactly.
As I heard, there were always some monsters hiding in this abandoned house. So most likely he decided to hide too. Or something else?
There's already some clear territory here. Most likely he'll also be building something. But what can a zombie build for itself anyway?
Did he decide to build some kind of fence? Let's see.
Yeah, it's just some kind of fence. I don't quite understand what it's doing. Maybe it's an animal enclosure or something? But why would it need that? Yeah, it's just some kind of fence. I don't quite understand what it's doing. Maybe it's an animal enclosure or something? But why would it need that? Yeah, that's true. And I don't want to say anything against them at all. They're really good and they're doing their own thing. If they hadn't attacked us yet, we could definitely be friends. They're much better than all our villagers put together.
That's true. But maybe someday we'll be able to understand each other and be friends. I hope for that more than anything. Look, he's finished building his fence. What will he do? I'm really curious. So we'll keep an eye on all of this.
He's standing in one place. Maybe he's cooking something? Anyway, he's not doing anything bad that we need to destroy him for. He's upgrading his monster house.
This spying on the mobs has really paid off. We've really learned a lot and we have more to learn. This is really interesting. Mikey, look at this. The zombie started planting flowers. It looks really cute and beautiful.
Wow! I never thought zombies liked flowers. This is really amazing. They seem to be a lot like us. What if all the mobs are former villagers?
If that's true, I wouldn't be surprised, because they're really good. He decided to build a fence for the flowers to grow. This is really cool.
I think we've seen everything we could. This experience was really necessary. We realized who our true friends and enemies are. Now, after all this, I don't even really want to fight monsters, because I know that they are really good at heart, and we only give a lot of pain.
In any case, we need to think about a lot of things and decide what to do next. But you're right, these mobs definitely don't deserve to be destroyed. Only those who attack first.
I think we've already seen a lot, so we can leave here already. Take off your disguise and go rest, because it's hard to stay here for so long.
Mikey is right, because we really did watch the mobs all day. As a result, we learned a lot of new things and we'll need to use it. It was a really interesting experience. So friends, we'll say goodbye to you. See you very soon. Bye everyone.
See you very soon.